Mr. Manning, and he's going to read our prayer list and lead us in prayer.
All right, on our prayer request list tonight, we have Jerry Huff and her family. Her father passed away. Miss Rachel Dunn and family. Her mother-in-law passed away. McCall family, the Reed family, Diana Shoulder. Remember Joe Tyler and Scotty Lewis. Danny Clare, Jack Williams, Jude McCallum, Courtney Tyler, Amanda Vaughn, and John Pigg. That's the husband of Donna Livingston. Let's remember them. Is there anything else you want to add to this, anybody?
Miss Tia Medley's had a family member pass away.
Tim Medley?
Our guidance counselor at school. She had a family member pass away this week.
Anybody got anything else?
Mr. Manning, I'd like to add one more. One of our subcontractors, Gross Electric, Mr. Gross passed away from a massive heart attack about a week ago, doing some ministry work down in Florida. And one of our contractors is working diligently with his family to try to, because they have a pretty big, large business in Wilson County.
That was actually Coach Bibbs' brother-in-law.
Okay. Coach Bill's brother, Mr. Gross.
Yeah, Mr. Gross, Randy Gross.
Anybody got anything else? Okay, let's go prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for all the blessings that you've given us, Lord Heavenly Father. We want to uphold every name that was mentioned here today and tonight in this prayer request. You know the situations of each family. Comfort them, Lord Heavenly Father, and help each one that's on this list, Lord. Be with this board tonight to make decisions, Lord Heavenly Father, to better our school system. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone. First thing on the agenda is that we have public comment. We have Miss Rachel Kemp is here to address about clear backpacks. Ms. Kemp, we're gonna give you the floor. You got 3 minutes.
Do I start here or where do I need to
And you
go?
just wherever you want to be, whatever's comfortable for you.
Okay. All right. I've lived in this community since 2008. I have sons at Gordonsville and Smith County High School, as well as having had children at Union Heights, Smith County Middle School, CES in the past, and a graduate of SCHS who is now 21. I'm also a victim of a prior school shooting in my hometown when I was 12, as well as a secondary shooting 10 months later of a double homicide-suicide by the cousin of one of the victims from the initial shooting, who lost his best friend and was in deep pain and trauma as a result. I say that to say I know this pain, and it's why I became a licensed mental health therapist, and I'm passionate about this subject. I know you guys plan to speak about clear backpacks, and I think that you're trying to treat the symptom of the problem and not the problem itself. I don't think clear backpacks are going to hold up. I've not seen any that are really heavy duty for what the kids have as how much weight their books and supplies are. Most regular backpacks wear out after 1 year on their own. If I'm not mistaken, the student at Gordonsville wasn't carrying it in his backpack, it was in his waistband. That wouldn't have fixed the problem. And at the last meeting, y'all were noting exceptions to the rule, like feminine hygiene products for girls in sports. And once you start making exceptions, it becomes even more hairy and pointless to address the problem at hand. Metal detectors are a better option, but that still won't fix the problem also. It's a false sense of security overall, and I could go into that more later if you'd like. Ultimately, there's no way to 100% ensure that there will never be another incident at a school. That's a sad reality. But the bigger problem herein is mental health overall. Bullying is really rampant throughout all the schools, whether you want to admit it or believe it, and sometimes that's from staff as well. There's little that's been done as a result, and often the victims in the circumstances are blamed because they're the ones claiming that they did it are good kids or on a sports team or get all their friends to gang up on somebody inside and outside of school, like on social media, and then the kid snaps. As a parent, I've seen it. My son's been a victim of bullying in years past without ramifications for the bully, despite attempts to speak to the schools about the issues. It often falls on deaf ears, and the kids don't want to report it anymore because of that, noting nothing will happen anyway or it'll just make it worse. Those are real reasons that I've heard from my own children as well as clients that I've had. Our schools need more emphasis on understanding mental health and its impact on everyone all around them, an emphasis on destigmatizing therapy amongst the student body and providing licensed therapists in the schools to assist with availability to students who may not have any other support any other way. We're quick to judge kids based on their behaviors without looking deeper into the reasons behind those behaviors. Ultimately, clear backpacks, uniforms, anything else aren't the solution. Metal detectors come close, but also the trained and licensed therapists in the school setting. I just urge you guys to really focus on the problem and not the symptoms of the problem.
Thank you. Anyone got anything you want to say?
Appreciate you being here, appreciate
Yes,
your
ma'am.
passion on the topic.
Mr. McDonald.
What do you suggest?
Best suggestion I have, and there's nothing that's going to fix the problem, but I think more than anything else, a start is metal detectors, but even that, unless you have somebody at every door manning them all the time, oftentimes school shooters don't carry around their guns all day. They come in, they go wherever, and then, they shoot things up. So you'd have to have somebody standing at a door the whole entire time to make sure that's not gonna happen. But it's the deeper seated issue of mental health, how kids treat each other, how others treat each other, and everybody not making assumptions, but really getting to the root of problems before making a determination of the outcome in a situation.
Or do you think you could educate the students to understand the problems of bullying? I mean, is that an avenue that you think would work?
I think that's helpful. I also think, I don't think kids understand the depth of trauma and how many kids around them have trauma. My own children have trauma histories. I have stepchildren, adopted children, biological children who have their own histories. And they're not angel children by any means. Some of you know them. But I think that ultimately it's a matter of education of what even words can do to somebody that you may think is funny, so to speak.
Thank you, Ms. Keith. Okay, we got consent items. I hope you all had a chance to look at all this. Any of these consent items you want to pull and discuss?
The one on, I was gonna ask a question earlier about the sidewalk there.
Yeah, you will pull that one, okay? Do I have a motion to approve all the consent items?
I make a motion to approve consent items A, B, C, and E.
Okay, A, B, C, and E, all right? Do I have a second?
Yes.
I have a second. Any more discussion? Not all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, bid services at the former Save-A-Lot building. Mr. Enoch?
I just wanna know if we got our engineer work, what are the plans back, whoever's looking at it?
Are they back at the plans or
Not
not? They'll be
fully
spec,
approved.
anything goes out, will have specs, so a fair competition, does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So you'll be a spec sheet.
So we don't have that, but we're considering later, go ahead and bid it out without the spec sheet, I guess is all I'm asking.
The things that are listed on, Mr. Townsend and I have worked through that. Some of the things that are listed on that bid sheet will already have full specs to be able to go ahead and begin some of that work before full plans are developed.
Are we going to bid all of them separately or all together?
As far as,
There's
there's three of
things.
them on there.
Mhm.
Those are gonna be individual bids. I think if I'm
Thank
understanding
you
your
for
question.
question, yeah. Be-
All individual.
Yeah.
And I guess the demolition or whatever, the prepping to get ready,
Yeah.
all that's over.
All that's done. We
Everything's
met with,
hauled off?
I was in a meeting 2 weeks ago, Mr. Townsend and I were in a meeting with our architects and structural engineers,
Okay.
electrical engineers, and then our architect, Anderson Architects out of Mount Juliet. That all that work is done, and they think the next step for us to go ahead and get going is to bid out those three things to do.
Do we sell all the scrap metal and stuff or take it somewhere?
I don't know exactly on that, what happened.
I just wondered.
Yeah,
That's what I was wondering, if we got
Some
our
of it,
plans back, so.
yeah, some of it, like you said, is not on the pack, but and some of it, like, it won't be, as we get out the actual plan, we don't know exactly how we're bidding, we don't know exactly what we're putting in there
Right.
yet.
Well, my point was, are we bidding on something
No, we couldn't do
that
that.
we can't, that we may have to change?
No, it would be like
That's what I was
a
trying to
floor.
yeah, we won't be.
Nothing we gotta change.
No, no. Shouldn't be unless just something unreasonable happens in there.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
We good? Make a motion to approve.
Okay, second. I'll second. Second. Any more discussion? Not? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, superintendent's actions. Now, on that, I would like to let, Mr. Smith address you on a few things about superintendent's.
There's a couple of things I want to make. One, I want to apologize to the people who put the play on. I wanted to go, I heard it was fantastic. It affected more than one county. It got canceled the other night. They didn't do it for me personally, I'm not saying that, but it messed me up, and my son played ball, but I really wanted to go. I heard it was absolutely great, and those kids every kid needs something to do, or young man or young lady, and some of those have really flourished that you wouldn't think. It really took on, and I'm proud of them, and I just want to tell them that. The other thing is, he'll kill me, and I know a lot of it, but Joe Taylor, I want to say thank you. I know you, but I told you, I nearly just bid it because or somebody tells something ain't true, you donated labor, time, and sod. That was a very expensive project. And I know there's other things, I don't want to leave you out as you do them, but I want to tell you, from me, I appreciate it. That was a really, really, really nice gesture, what you did.
It was.
Thank you.
Glad to do it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I got a question on that item number 5. How does that not fall into a category that, Director, that we'd be voting on those because it involved money, the renewal of milk contracts and produce on item number 5? How does that work? That would, don't we usually vote on money items like that, Chairman? Like, we got contracts renewed for ice cream and milk and produce and,
Well, those are probably on the state, on your ice cream and that kind of thing.
yeah.
I'm guessing they're state bids. It's, I could go back and pull it.
That's, well, I know sometimes when it involves money, I thought we always.
Well, and if it's below a certain bid amount too, so it's below 25,000 too.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I just wanted to make sure.
We try to always go with the cheap. Now Stephanie gets her stuff through a different, school retail outlet.
That's right. Yeah, she does, yeah. Okay.
And Marty, I could probably go back and look at some of this stuff too. Was probably bid on a bid already, so we knew what it cost.
Right.
And so we just kind of reach and get it off the shelf or.
I got you.
bring it as needed.
I got you.
Anything else? Any other questions on superintendent's actions? Okay, let's go on to new business. This will be granting tenure, and what I will do on these is I will call out each teacher, the school she's at, and we'll make a motion second, and then we'll vote. First would be at Carthage Elementary, Anna Tungate. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
First. And second. You get the. Any discussions? All in favor? Opposed? Second one is defeated elementary, Savannah Merrill. Now motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion second.
Yes, sir.
Second. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Lawrenceville Elementary and New Littleton Elementary will be Jessica Hamlin. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved. Second?
Second.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Lawrenceville High School is Sabrina Knowles. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second, okay. Discussion? All in favor? New Middleton Elementary, Mary Beth, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? New Middleton Elementary, Holly James. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
New Middleton Elementary, Brittany Shaw. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Smith County High School, Brandy Hayes. Motion?
So moved.
So moved. Second? Second. Discussion? All in favor? Smith County High School, T. Bedley. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Smith County High School, Jason Robert Smith. Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Move. Second?
Second.
Second, okay. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Smith County Middle School, Sarah Langford. Motion?
So moved.
So move. Second? Discussions? All in favor? Okay, looks like we got, everybody has a job. Eligible for anything else in that. Let's get back to you. Okay, the 2025 summer school guidelines for grades 9 through 12. Do I have a motion on that one?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. McDonald, okay. Discussions?
Anything different on this than previously, you think? On this one
To my
particularly?
knowledge, it's the same as it's been.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution for teacher bonuses. Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Manning? Second?
Second.
Second. Discussion?
I think somebody ought to explain this to the general public, what's going on here. That's very knowledgeable of it, Director.
I'm going to explain it and try to be non-political, but it's pretty much something that you got to say whether you agree or not if you want to get the bonuses.
So you're saying if our teachers, this money is being appropriated already, we just got to go
Well,
through
we
this?
have to have this resolution or.
They won't send it.
Let Ms. Norman explain that to you.
Go ahead, Ms.
Yeah,
Norman.
from what I understand, if they don't have this, if you don't pass this resolution, they won't send the money. They haven't sent it yet.
Right.
So this resolution has to be passed in order for the teachers, each teacher that's directly in instruction with the kids is supposed to get a $2,000 bonus next year.
It's
Plus
really
the-
not a very fair situation to put
Yeah.
us as the board in, because if you didn't agree, you're gonna knock all our people out of $2,000, so.
And the state will decide who gets it, who doesn't, not us. So if you have any questions on that, when it does happen, the state is telling us who
This
gets
is
it.
not coming local, so we have to follow those guidelines.
Any more discussion?
Does that mean that might be students in this organization, teachers in this organization that won't get it, or are you just saying they're deciding?
Yeah, they have to have been, I think, employed full-time this last year. We're not for sure if principals are gonna get it yet or not. I've been told no, but nothing's definite yet, so, because they're not directly in the classroom, so that's where we don't know yet.
We don't,
on that.
and it could.
And they have to have a license and be in 10 Compass, everything has to be updated, so if they've not updated something, they might not get the bonus, but that's all the decision of the state.
This is teachers only, this is not
Teachers
everybody.
only, certified,
Right.
licensed teachers.
Right.
That is directly with instruction of the kids is what it reads.
Board members ain't gonna get none.
I just didn't want to, be, get out there and non-certified and expect $2,000, just.
We don't even think, except principals, administrators. anything.
Administrators know, principals, when I asked our fiscal
know,
consultant,
state
yeah, didn't think so, but he didn't know yet either, because we just got this like 2 weeks
Marty, you
ago.
don't get it because you're not a teacher and you're not certified.
We're trying to see if we can get a little bit.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call on this. Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Hassett?
Yes.
Mr. Eden?
Yes.
Mr. McHale?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Okay, line item amendments to F25141 budget. Motion.
Yes.
Second.
Second.
Second. Discussion. Anybody got, you want to explain that one?
It's extra revenue, the one was, extra insurance money that we've gotten, and Miss Diana's here to buy a bus. What happened there, Miss Diana?
That was the bus that was totaled in May of last year. In July, the company determined it was totaled, and they sent us a check for a little over $130,000. You then approved me to buy a bus in August, and they just called me 2 weeks ago and said it's ready to go, so we need to transfer the money to pay for the bus.
And because I'd already had $10,000 in insurance recovery, I'm only asking for the 120 to make the 130 total. That's why there. And then the other is we cut the electricity last year based upon county commission negotiations, if you all remember. And we only have $75,000 to get us through the rest of the year. So without that, we're gonna be turning off lots. But that is extra money coming in from TISA that we were notified based upon student achievement, because the students did so well on their testing. We got some extra money.
Anything else? Not roll call. Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Eden?
Yes.
Mr. McHale?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Next item is a memorandum of understanding between Benefits Administration and the Smith County Board of Education. Do I have a motion?
Yes.
Second?
Second.
Second. All right. Discussion.
What exactly is that? I don't understand.
Well,
Be explained simply.
it's just a memorandum that tells us basically how our health insurance and stuff is administered on it. It's just a standard.
It's our agreement for state health insurance.
Yes.
State health insurance.
That's one of those things, right, Tracy, you gotta sign if you wanna receive state health insurance.
Yeah.
So,
So that
It's a standard.
Standard.
It comes annotated.
Teachers are, okay.
No discussion.
It's a plan document that sets out the guidelines, eligibility, all of those things for our employees and
What
how,
they're covering, what they don't cover, etc.
well, not what they cover and what they don't cover, but how they are insured.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else? All in favor? Opposed? Approval of bids on gasoline. Motion?
Motion. Second.
Second. Discussion? Not roll call. Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Hassett?
Yes.
Mr. Eden?
Yes.
Caleb?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Bid approval for diesel fuel. Motion?
Yes.
Mr. Lewis? Second.
Second.
Mr. Hassett? Discussion?
Hold on just a minute, I just want
Yes, sir.
so the low bidder is,
Mixing it all, I think, a penny.
who'd we wind up taking, because they're,
Rita Apple, it's on the bottom, Nixon Noah. Or the letter I turned into the board, it was listed on the bottom.
so they'll, her price is the same price as the Rogers Petroleum, it's $2.29. But it went to a decimal further.
Yes. It
So-
was off by 0.2%, I believe.
Well, it was the same price, but there's, to the third, it's another tenth. Well, that'd be, okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Not, roll call. Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Hassan?
Yes.
Mr. Ennis?
Yes.
Mr. Caleb?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Manny?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Self, yes. Okay, next thing on the agenda is discussion of clear backpack. We're not gonna make any kind of decision on this tonight. This is just, again, some information we got on this, and we'll discuss it some more. And then if everybody thinks that we need to be put on the agenda for next month to vote on, we will. Right now, I guess I would like to turn this over to Mr. Smith for discussion.
I'm kind of like Ms. Kemp said, that to me, it's a false sense of security. And I think once you start discriminating against ball players and this and that, and females, at first, it sends a good message that we're trying to do something. But then what got me thinking, Tracy pulled what's in your packet there, and I just measured it out. And this is what they say would be legal for a purse to be that size, black, inside that packet. Well, I got to thinking about a lot of firearms in today's world fit in that. I mean, different weapons even. And that got me thinking further, well, what's the difference of me taking, I could have a pretty good sized pistol or wrap up in that right there and put it down a clear backpack. I don't know, I'm not against it, I'm just not sure that, is it worth it or not worth it? I'm all about safety, as y'all know. But, and I'm not telling you to be for it or against it, it does send a message that you're trying to do something. You can look at it that way, that we're watching things where, I don't know that anything works or don't work other than good protection, good information, and being good training like other people have. But that's just a decision we gotta make. If we decide to do it as a school system, I do think there's sponsors out there. I think we can do it at little or no cost. Is it worth it? I don't know. That's we'll enforce what y'all feel like we need to do.
And I guess what you're trying to say is, we're gonna discuss this and see if you wanna put it back on.
Is it
You wanna
something you
it
wanna
the
put on there to
agenda,
vote on next?
To vote on next time, we can, and if not, we'll just drop it right here.
Well, I'll weigh my 2 cents in. I was on the board when we voted the last time to put clear backpacks in, and to be honest with you, I think it was useless. So, to me, I think it's useless.
I'm not disagreeing, I don't wanna hear why, but why?
The reason is, if somebody was wanting to smuggle a weapon in, you could cut a book pages out, stick it inside that book, put it in that clear backpack. You're still gonna probably have some people, maybe athletes, cheerleaders, ball players, whatever, toting their gym bags or something in, so, I just don't see really no need in a clear backpack for hiding something. I mean, you can stick it under your shirt or in your waistband. I mean, I'm toting a clear backpack. I mean, we put it in years ago, and like I said, I think it was useless, but, we tried this once before. Didn't really work. They tore up quite a bit. They tore up all the time.
Riddle.
So that's, the backpacks, they rip out at the seam. It makes good regular.
Plastic.
And that's the experience I've had with it. That's my,
Mr. Lewis?
I'd just comment, this is what I've done for a living all my life, since I'm 20 years old. There's no deterrent. There's no deterrent utilizing a clear backpack to keep from bringing some type of weapon into the school. The only thing it does do is create cost for somebody. I mean, if they don't donate, then it falls to the shoulders of the parents like it did once before. If there's zero deterrent that creates at all, I see no point to it. There are things that we could be studying and implementing, talking about metal detectors and things like that, but this is just blowing smoke. This doesn't do anything to deter anything. It's pointless.
I agree with Scotty.
Yeah, I do too.
I do.
I do have, earlier we was talking about the state or government, or federal government one might be giving some money for more counselors or.
We've already
Looking
got,
into it.
we've already got 3, you know, but we're hoping in the safety money, we're gonna see a lot of safety money, and we're hoping so that can be geared for that. Now, that ain't done, but I think all of us agree that it's probably coming, a lot of safety money, and I think it can be used for that.
Well, that might go toward what she was speaking of earlier, if we get a few more to.
We've got,
deal with.
you know, explain the one you got, you know, when we worked on today, you got it coming, now that, we've already got that new at Gordonsville Elementary, and I think at Smith County Middle, that's over, beyond the word, that you can't have too many, so.
I have, Advise Tennessee has sent me an email this week that they would be letting us know by April 4th whether or not.
They felt good about it, though, didn't they, when we met?
Yeah, but they probably tell everybody they feel good about it. They left to just give, April 4th, I should know whether or not I'm getting a funded guidance counselor for students. And I also have a second group that is looking to send someone for more of the behavioral mental health side of that. I do not know whether I've earned either one of those yet, but I should know within the month, I suppose. The second one didn't give me a deadline. They just, I think I'm pretty sure that was going to happen. I just have to find a place for them to have an office to work and a place that they can speak to children that they need to in a private setting. I'll work that out, not an issue. The Advise Tennessee, I have a hard date. The email said by April 4th, they would let me know whether or not I had someone come.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
not to just keep on this topic, but there's a lot of federal safety money out there in this arena, particularly for, pre-K through 12. It gets, it becomes more difficult in a university environment where I work, but, this is about as protective as a paper towel. In my opinion, and to the board, and it's just my opinion, everybody else has theirs too. We need to be thinking more of grants, talking about ballistic window materials and things like that, talking about window coverings, and things like that are out there. The technology is out there that affords that kind of safety. I mean, there's, at the end of the day, and I research this all the time, and I don't know whether y'all realize it or not, but I mean, Tennessee's crime, the violence in schools, and I'm not talking about the shootings, but just violent acts, with an edged weapon or a fist fight or whatever, violent acts in Tennessee are just like this since the school year started last fall. I mean, like straight up across the state. So, there's other things that we can put in place that would be a deterrent. Is there an end-all be-all cure for it? I wish there was. I wish somebody smarter than me could come up with it so that our children weren't exposed to these things every day. But there are things that we can take, baby steps here, baby steps there, metal detectors, ballistic glass material. I've watched 3M's presentation of it. Stop 30 opposite. I'm interested in the federal money. But this, I just think our time is better spent focusing on things that actually accomplish something rather than this, not to insult anybody that might be in favor of this.
Okay, so I got the consensus from everyone that we're just going, we'll just drop it from here.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Which, of course, I'm not there. The principal's here, so I can ask him. What percentage of high school students bring a backpack of some sort or a bag that they need at school that day? What do you think? 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10?
100%.
100% brings a bag in.
Yes.
And that's from probably seventh grade up in your school where you're at?
I teach 9-12. I'm only speaking 9-12.
You 100%?
I'd say pretty much start about every kid in this building, young man or woman carries one, from about 3rd or 4th grade up, probably younger than that, carries a backpack, and you start getting into sports, some of them has 4 or 5 bags.
Could you limit, since you're there and we're not, but since you're there and you're there every day and you're seeing what's going on, have you got any kind of solution that if it was handed to you, say, come back next month and tell us something that you'd like for us to do to help your school be safer? Well, do you feel comfortable in sharing that right now? Or do you have an idea?
In respect to clear backpacks, I in no way support any passage to make clear backpacks mandatory. However, I would enforce any policy you pass to the best of my ability, just to let you know, and the calls will come to you when you change that dress code, because I'll enforce it. And you'll hear it.
Do you see dress codes could be an issue?
I'm talking,
No, he's talking about-
the clear backpack will become part of the
What we
dress
discussed.
code,
Yeah.
and I will enforce it, and you'll get the call. Because there'll be plenty that don't have them, or have something in them, or the little bag is a little too big, and I'll enforce it.
As you should.
Yeah.
I'll enforce the one you asked me to. The policy we have now, we're enforcing that one to the best of our ability. It does not include mandatory clear backpacks. If they want to bring them, that's fine by me. And if you want to make a policy, I'll enforce it. I don't support it. I don't think it would do a thing in the world, but
You don't see it helping anything?
none.
Okay, thank you.
From what I'm told, there's no reason to put it back on the agenda.
I don't think there's
No,
nothing.
no, there's no issue with that. Okay, we're gonna go on to annual policy reviews for March. I hope you've had a chance to look at your policies. Any questions on those? Yeah, we've got graduation dates out also. Ms. Ford, do you have stuff for executive session or anything?
I don't unless,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Now, you said is that public to everybody? I mean, you done got that out?
Yeah, I thought that, we didn't give that, that's a graduation date, you put one there.
Yeah, she put one in everybody's packet, but, all the schools, I guess y'all got them all out, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been signing diplomas, so.
Ours is public knowledge.
Okay, you got it all out?
I can't speak
Yeah,
any of
okay,
it.
good, great. Yeah, so y'all all got it,
If
right?
anybody don't have one, let us know, and we'll get you a copy.
But there was one in your packet.
We just had that posted on the Facebook page as well.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
All right, it's no executive session. Now, gentlemen, we're gonna have a special call meeting, April the 7th at 5:30. A regular meeting will be April the 15th at 5 o'clock. But there will be a special call on the 7th at 5:30.
That's a Monday, right?
Yes, that's a Monday, yes, that's correct. Mr. Split.
Next week, if you get any calls, there shouldn't be any student on campuses. We are testing, our badge system. And it'll be going a live test. Bonnie and Dylan is going around with sheriff's department from each school. So, you still may get calls, think somebody that can't be, there will be a test on it. There won't be any students present. But if you get any phone calls,
Anything else? Y'all have, yes, sir.
I want to thank you again for your comments, and thank you to all the county commissioners and things.
Got a motion to adjourn? Got the motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?